at the entrance to the hall. There's some nice things here. But before we try to proceed... Ooh, examine. What's this? Attention monsters. Nice. Or maybe even not nice, but... Ooh, yeah. Mineshaft performance. Is there anything interesting here? Yeah, there is. A lot of things, actually. Plus orange. Can we go here? Ooh. This is Prince Stannis's. Ooh, cool. This is, by the way, Prince Stannis's private quarters. You might call it that way, I think. Anything here? Nah. I'm not surprised. Prince. No. Now, that's an interesting piece of art, isn't it? I don't know who lives here. If anyone lives here. Remember, always check for stuff. Nope, nothing here. Sorry for that. So, examine. Just examining things now. Let's see what's up here. Yes, that's the place. Now we'll witness a poisoning. I never liked poisons. Not very honorable way of dealing with usually problems. But the main thing I hate with poison is the fact that it's extremely effective. Here we are.
You miss quite a scrap, gentlemen, and an opportunity to slay a monarch. There was a struggle and the prince was wounded.
You've all seen the magical phenomenon covering the battlefield. For any who still have doubts, this is no mundane mist, nor a petty fairground illusion.
Great.
Most likely, we're up against a blood curse, an old and powerful spell. We do not know who cast it or why. For now, I have one piece of good news and several pieces of bad news.
Great.
The good news is that Henselt and his army have been halted for the time being.
And the bad news?
The mist will grow. It may even engulf Vergen. Furthermore, wraiths may emerge from it.
Can they be made penitent? With an axe to the head?
In theory, yes. But I would suggest putting your faith in a silver weapon. Furthermore, the ghosts will weaken as they move away from the mist.
Is there any way to drive it off? Exorcise it?
A question for myself and Geralt of Rivia.
The Kingslayer?
Contrary to what old women at the wells say, he did not, in fact, slay any kings.
Yeah.
Of course he didn't. Wouldn't hurt a fly, that one. Look in his eyes. You'll see he's the sensitive kind.
Whatever you may see in his eyes, few know more about lifting curses.
Yeah, he lifted
Gentlemen,
the curse from Striga.
I do not require you to understand this phenomenon, but there are a few rules I insist you must follow.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. A woman is talking.
No one is to approach the mist. It is mortally dangerous. In addition, we need to learn the story of the battle. For this, I especially count on the aid of Mr. Cecil Burden.
At your service, milady.
Thank you. To lift the curse, we require some objects symbolic of the war. Ones belonging to those who perished here 3 years past.
Let me guess who has to gather them.
More scrap iron from that massacre lying about than lice in Cecil's beard. I thought curses were best handled with...
Please leave the thinking to me, Mr. Zigrin, and I'd gladly hear less from you from now on. The objects must be magically active and strictly linked to the ghosts of the fallen. That is all.
Let me be clear. You're all to aid Philippa and the Witcher. What are you grumbling about now, Yarpen?
It's something in my gullet.
Take a swig of wine. Now, to worldly matters. How many are we?
Saskia, you know well...
How many?
We dwarves are near 200, but don't judge us by our number.
1,000 peasants will come, though you'll get no precise count.
My lords,
Yeah.
53 knights and another 200 armed men. Not enough.
Henselt leads 5,000, 5-1 against us. What think you of that?
That's not
We
a
are few,
great
they are
prognosis.
many. But we have our walls, low though they be. If we had archers, who knows?
Yeah, about the
Oh,
archers.
for a regiment of heavy arbalists from Lyria.
We have something better. Yorvith's elves. Scoia'tael.
Yeah, here he comes. Now, this is a
Gentlemen, I give you Yorvith.
What do you seek here, murderer?
100 of the North's best archers await your orders, Dragon Slayer.
You wished for archers, here they are. I take no pleasure in fraternizing with elves, but even a shit-coated stick can be a weapon.
He burned down the villages of many in my horde. The
Did
free
he?
peasantry is one thing, but a criminal with a price on his head in all the northern realms? This is
Well,
too
I have a
much.
price on my head. Geralt has a
Saskia,
price.
say the word and we'll depart.
No.
Hear me out. Yorvith came to fight for me. I trust him, and I know that he'll stay the course. Just like each of you.
Where this
How could you
trust
know that?
comes from?
He's an elf! Treason runs in his veins!
He's been fighting humans for a century.
But for the first time in scores of years, his fight makes sense. The Scoia'tael know no peace. They've died for Nilfgaard, for the Valley of the Flowers, in vain. They've been betrayed and cheated.
That's true.
Now they have a new goal. The Pontar Valley could be the first state where no man would have to fear elven arrows when venturing beyond city walls. And elves and dwarves wouldn't live in ghettos or on reservations. First,
Noble
however,
ideas.
we have a battle to win. You know who we're up against. It's a splendid army, brave and well led. They cannot be scared off or routed. They have to be killed.
I'm with
I
her.
want Yorvith to sit at the same table as we do.
There are
I
two
want him to kill
places where we
Cadweni
can
for us.
sit
And
down.
I assure you that he'll do so with a smile, if only you let him.
If I'm to see a smile on that skinny face, I'm in. Yorvith stays.
Bloody
Right.
hell! Father's turning in his grave, but a must's a must. I say aye. Nay,
Oh,
You killed my men, elf. Remember them?
If I hadn't killed them, they'd have killed me.
All right. For the sake of better times, and for Kedwin's doom, aye!
Down with the sons of bitches! Cheers!
And now we have the problem. Oh, crap. Poison.
Poison! She's dying. Take her somewhere safe and guard her with your lives. I'll gather what I need and join you soon.
Great.
I'll place my best warriors on watch.
Quickly, lads! A litter!
Now we get here. Philippa's Eilhard quarters.
She ceased casting spells.
Great. No, she's pretty.
Saskia, is she alive?
Damn it.
In a manner of speaking. I've slowed her life functions as far as possible. Her condition is stable.
Yeah. What was the poison? That's a nice question.
Do you know the poison?
Thormador, commonly known as mage pain. It has a terrible reputation.
An antidote must exist.
There's an antidote for everything, you know? Can you heal her? That's a question.
What can we do?
Treatment will require herbs, magic, and blood.
Not ordinary blood, I presume.
Of course.
Correct. We require royal blood.
We could use Letho right now.
Yeah, he's a Kingslayer. He has a supply of blood. Yeah, why do you need the blood?
The nearest king is on the other side of the Mist of Wraiths.
You misunderstood me. It need not be the blood of a ruling monarch. It is the genotype contained in royal blood that is required.
Which means
Kings issue from ancient
Stannis.
dynasties. Over the ages, to survive, rulers needed exceptional resistance and strength. As royal dynasties rarely admit common blood, the strength of their genes remains great.
Great.
I shall employ self-healing genetic therapy that will teach Saskia's body how to rid itself of the poison.
You'll have her drink human blood.
No, I shall inject it directly into her heart.
That will be interesting. But what herbs do you need? Plus, we will have a reference to Lord of the Rings in a moment.
What kind of herbs are we talking about?
I'll need a subterranean variety of purple foxglove, known to the dwarves as the Immortelle, and
Great.
an elven rose of remembrance.
Actually, I think she doesn't need that, and we will find out that later. Triss has a rose of remembrance. Yeah, that's true. Or where to look for the Immortalis, whatever. No, yeah, Immortalis. Let's stick
Where
with
will
the-
we find immortals?
They grow deep beneath the earth, which should not be a problem as Vergen lies on top of a mine.
How will they help Saskia?
Mage pain wreaks havoc in internal tissues. The Immortelle will help restore them.
Great. And when it comes to the rose,
Triss had a rose of remembrance. She claimed the flowers are exceptional.
and they
Long
are.
ago, the ENG who succeeded in cultivating the roses enjoyed great respect,
Times have changed.
Yeah,
as
it
have
seems so.
elves.
There are no elven gardens nearby. We must return to Flotsam.
Or find Triss.
Triss has a rose of remembrance from Flotsam. It's her we need to find.
Yeah, anything else?
What else do you need to heal Saskia?
Thaumadour is a self-perpetuating substance. Any incursion into a cluster of poisoned cells causes an immediate chain reaction. Each tainted cell that is removed is replaced by 10 new tainted cells.
That's
To
not
interrupt
good.
this reaction, I'll need an ungodly amount of the power. A water or air genie, or one of the 20 legendary rings of power would be best.
Rings of power.
One to bring them all and in the darkness bind them.
Right. And then I'll have to run barefooted to the top of a volcano.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
all right. Let's forget the rings. I need a vast quantity of the power, no matter the source. Find something.
An immortelle, a rose of remembrance, royal blood and magic sounds like a fairy tale.
Really.
Poor one at that. No prince's kiss to top things off.
I wish it were a fairy tale, especially a poor one, as a happy ending would then be inevitable. May I count on your help, Geralt?
Well, actually,
You may.
that's why I'm here.
What about the Battle of Wraiths?
I must first see if the spells keeping Saskia alive are in order. Then we'll consider how best to send the spectres to their rest. Actually,
Great.
you could tend to that yourself. Ask the locals about the battle. Maybe you'll learn something.
In that
Great.
case, I shall search for the poisoner.
Yeah, that's another thing. Crap. So many objectives. We have to deal with the specters. That's one.
Only Philippa Eilhart may enter.
Great. Oh, sorry, that's Saskia's room then. That's not important. Okay, first meditation. We have talents to spend. It's one thing. Second, there's a bunch of stuff to do. Wraiths, poisoner, poison. Gather things for the specters. Deal with the poison, the antidote. Great. This gives me damage reduction plus 5%. Or we still with no, let's go with a little bit more here. The amount of vigor needed to block incoming blows minus 50%. This is what? No longer 200 damage. Takes through stab 150. For this, speed of vigor regeneration in combat plus 10%. Crap, damage reduction. No, I would go with damage reduction here. And we're level 17. I don't remember what's the level cap. Okay. should be able to leave this place for now. Yeah. Let's see how this works. Journal. Substance life. Find Zoltan at the inn. That's one thing. Hunting magic. Talk to Philippa at her house. Royal blood. Go to Stannis to get royal blood. Where's Triss Meligold? Talk to Philippa about Triss. The eternal battle. Dunbanner standard and Vandergris sword. Then see Philippa about the remaining artifacts. A matter of life and death. Found the rose of remembrance, a source of power, and a mortal royal. Oh crap! Harpy contract. Bring it on Vergen. Defeat the Up and Zigrin and Sheldon scatter at arm wrestling. Great. Scope to settle. Wait for events to unfold. Great. Now, which one of these should we track? Let's say. Let's deal with this. Well, you know, the priority should be matter of life and death. That will not be easy, but the Harpy contract. Bring it on Vergen. Let's deal with the smaller one first. But first, a cutscene, of course.
People of Vergen, we have a magical mist full of ghosts just outside our walls, so you'd better think twice before entering it.
Great.
The mist, may the plague take it, threatens all manner of creatures. So anyone headed to the quarries or walking through the gullies should take exceptional heed. The squirrels that have made camp by the burnt huts are not our enemies, so says Saskia, and so it is.
Great.
Master Geralt of Rivia and Sorceress Philippa Eilhart will deal with the mist and the wraiths.
At least we'll
And
try.
now, open the gates and get to work.
You. You collecting taxes or battle preparations coming along? Alright, yeah.
How are things?
Not good.
Everyone awaits the battle. Some pray, others drink. Zoltan and Yarpan are chasing peasants around the square. They need a bit of drilling.
Great.
Yorveth's warriors are trying to be inconspicuous, and so they should.
Great.
I'd feel better if they crawled up the devil's arse and disappeared. But Saskia thinks we don't stand a chance without them.
Pretty sure that we won't stand it. That's true. We need those arrows. When have you ruled Vergen?
How long have you been alderman?
My predecessor was killed 3 years ago. I was one of his advisors. I knew my way round the circus. So I volunteered to manage things. No one opposed me. Mostly I deal with trade and taxes, and I organize assorted matters. In the end, everyone listens to Saskia exclusively, me included.
She commands quite a bit of respect. Recollecting taxes.
This must be the first revolt ever to be taxed.
We can't feed ourselves nor fortify our walls with rebel slogans alone. But rest easy. Stennis and the nobles won't get a single oren from us. Though, of course, the prince is just waiting for the right moment to get his grubby hands on our finances.
I'm sure his motivations are pure, and he'll do it exclusively out of regard for his subjects.
Oh, sarcasm. Great, we don't have time to...
Don't forget about the monsters in the pit.
Yeah. We don't really have the time to deal with there's stuff. Map. What is the map showing me? Ah yes. Bring it on. Vergen. Yarpan Zigrin and his colleague are there.
There goes the peace, eh?
Squirrels, witches, an
Actually,
army led by a woman.
they're not here.
The gods, who needs this?
Get used to it. Lady Saskia will defeat herself and make Vergen her capital.
They are downstairs in the inn, I think.
She could grant us market rights.